Hi, I'm Ben Province, and welcome to Show Me the Music. On today's show, I'll get to talk to a St. Louis recording artist who has quite the story.
With a vocal delivery that ranges from smooth to powerful, Reuben Jones is always unapologetic when it comes to sharing his heart. The Christian hip-hop recording artist has been rapping for less than a decade, but perhaps he was always destined to do this. Growing up with a musically talented father and uncle, Jones went on to marry fellow St. Louis artist Noelle Jones, a singer-songwriter who has made appearances on both of her husband's proper releases, 2016's Renegade EP and his recently released first full-length album, Endurance.
And he joins me right now. Reuben, thank you so much for doing this.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the new record, I want to get right into it, chronicles 3 years of difficult life experience for you.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that period of your life.
So it was like a period of financial difficulties, but also it's based off of a car accident that I had, right? And everything wasn't bad at that time. And that's why I was talking about the project. It was like so confident at the beginning, and then car accident, and everything. I'm like trying to pick up the pieces because after the car accident, it was just my life was just all over the place. I had to figure out what I was gonna do or all that type of stuff. So it was just about kind of all situations wrapped in, like one thing.
The car accident is a part of the album and the way, part of the album sequencing, really.
Yeah.
Because you have the song Summertime where everything's going great.
Summertime, top down. Music loud with no problems on my mind.
If you listen to Summertime and then you listen to the interlude after, you hear me and my wife, Noelle, talking.
Hey babe, where are we going?
Man, don't worry about it.
You don't worry about it. Do you even know where you're going?
And she's saying what are we gonna eat? I'm like, hey, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out when we get there. Playing around. But that's exactly how it went. And next thing you know, about to make a turn, and then looked up and I saw red lights, and I tried to stop, but it was too late. So it was like a crazy situation, and it just kind of I just used it, for the project. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it helps to create almost a concept album, then things get better again with Good Morning.
Trouble don't last always. I know that you with me always. So I say, come on. Trouble don't last always. It's gonna be okay. So I say, come on.
I hope that people take from the record that life will sometimes throw you curveballs, but it doesn't always have to be that way, And obviously my main takeaway is the way I got through was actually God carrying me through tough times.
You're real, I can't deny it. And life is a journey, I just ride. You're always by my side. Life is a journey, I just vibe.
When you released this album, obviously it was in the midst of a pandemic, so
Yeah.
it was tricky to do an album release show, of course, because we're social distancing and all of
Exactly.
that good
Yeah.
stuff. But you did a live stream concert, and
I did.
What was that like, doing it in a little bit unorthodox way that we're having to do right now?
It was a part of me was wishing that I could be in front of people, had an opportunity to share my heart in front of people. I have an opportunity to talk more, interact, because you really can't do much interaction, obviously. Through Facebook Live or anything like that, you can do some, but not that much. But at the same time, it was a good opportunity for me to still be able to share my heart, even though we couldn't be live in front of people and stuff like that. So I think it was a good thing overall. But I still I was like, man, I wish it was just in front of everybody. You know what I mean? Just in front of all these people, and I get the chance to actually talk. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but you made the most of it.
Yeah, I think I tried. The team, Cortez, and Toy, and my wife Noelle, they just stood behind me and kind of helped me through it and get it done.
The reason why we can't play is because we know who we do it for. Yeah.
Before this record, before Endurance, you did an EP called Renegade.
Yeah.
And how was doing this new album different than approaching your previous release?
So Renegade was, most definitely my first project. And I was, like, it was like supposed to be like this super hype project.
You can't change my mind. I put my life on the line. I'ma let my light here shine. Only thing that's on my mind is giving my all. That's the mission I'm assigned. I stand in line with the king. Persuade me different, man. Don't even try.
It was like maybe 5 or 6 songs. So that was just for that moment. But it's totally different than like a whole concept of Endurance, the LP. It was like so much more like to put thought in, how do I want to make the songs kind of bleed into each other to make sense? Because I wouldn't want a project to be like, oh, happy song, oh, sad song, oh, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and other. Like, I just wanted it all to bleed into like one full project. So that was pretty much the difference between the two.
One of the songs on Renegade got a music video, War, and there's a tank in that music video.
There's a tank, yes.
How did that happen?
So there's a random take over there in the Florissant area that we found. And I was just like, hey, the song's called War. There's a tank. We should shoot the video about a tank. And that's just what it was. And it just kind of came together, so yeah.
My war paint. I'm going in marching with the Saints with no fear and no restraints. With confidence, cause it gave us strength. No time for games, this is serious. Put our whole faith in God, there's no fear in us. Yelling out war cry.
Yeah, no, it's a great visual. Music is something that runs in your family.
It is.
Is this something you always planned on doing?
Yes. Yes, I did. But the first thing was becoming a singer first. My dad he used to have like all his equipment in a separate room. He used to live in U City, and he used to have a separate room with all his equipment. Like he used to have like microphones and at the time it was like tape recorders, back then. So he used to have us singing and getting ready for church, on Sundays, because he also was the pastor. So, and also the worship leader. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like. Watching him, his passion for music also like bled into, my passion for it too as well. So yeah, he played a big part in that.
And you started rapping in 2015.
Right.
What inspired you to, eventually become a recording artist?
When I found out that I could actually do it. So I started off really actually working on it in my room. And I was like, man, I don't know if I'm good, but I'm gonna just try. And I kept trying. Then I ran into Tarcia Renee and recorded Mission that was on the Renegade project. And that's when I was like, man, like, God probably did give me this gift, and I'm gonna use it to give him glory. So that just kind of like how that whole situation happened. Where it was just like, man, I can actually do this, Like I could actually probably do this and make pretty good music,
Yeah,
So,
yes you can.
yeah.
And you've done 3 songs with your wife, Noelle.
Yeah.
And I wondered if you approach those songs a little bit differently than if you're just doing a song on your own.
So she, every song that she gets on, she makes me look good. Like it's like the way she approaches music is different than the way I do, and like she makes me a better artist. But I would say like, man, it's just such a blessing to be able to like work with her, because she also pushes me. You know what I mean? Like in those ways, like every song that she's on is probably somebody's favorite song. You know what I mean? Like it's just amazing working with her.
Whole squad, we alive, and they don't. I got real ones by my side. When I call it down to ride.
Real Ones.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that one. It's all about surrounding yourself with the best people. How do you do that?
I always heard that you are the company that you keep, and the people that you want around you is kind of like who you want to be like. I got people around me that hold me accountable, that want to see me grow, that care about my well-being, that care about others, and they keep me grounded.
Who influenced you?
Besides my dad, I would say Flame. I would most definitely say KB. This guy named Mike Real. It's so many people though, you know? Like I kind of like listen, like you know how you look at artists and you see what you like, and they be like, man, I would love to do something like that. You know what I mean? And you try to try your best to make it do it for you, you know what I'm saying? Make it work for you. And all these people is just like looking up to them and seeing how they do things make me want to, you know, go harder in my craft and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's next for you?
For me, well, I'm gonna continue to push, but really been kind of putting focus on my wife's project at the moment, Noelle Jones project at the moment. So just kind of helping out with that process, and I guess we can see where we go from here.
Okay, I want to know a little bit more about her project.
Yeah, so she released a project called Colors Have Feelings, maybe 2019, 20, 18, maybe, one of those. But she put out a project, and you know, it was an amazing project. But right now, I feel like back then it was that. Now it's like Noelle is kind of becoming who she wants to be as an artist. But hopefully, you know, one day she get a chance to explain that too as well. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to give out too much of what she's doing. But yeah, this project, I feel like it's gonna be transparent about, you know, who she is and where she is in life at the moment.
Well, I think that's great. And where can people find you online?
You can find me at on Instagram at Reuben Jones 314, Twitter same, Facebook. Pretty much everything is Reuben Jones 314. You can find me all there, and then YouTube, you know, put in my name Reuben Jones, and you'll find me.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Yeah, appreciate it.
This ain't a game. No, I ain't playing. Ain't switching lanes. I'm with the king, yeah. I know the gospel, it's so colossal. How can I change, yeah? I was on the prize, daily I die, making them famous.
Reuben Jones' new album, Endurance, is available now on streaming platforms. Noelle Jones' debut release, Colors Have Feelings, can be downloaded for free by visiting vividcoremusic.com/Noelle Jones.
And now it's time for a Show Me the Music update. We bring in STL TV's own Draco. How's it going?
Ben, what's up, man? How you been?
I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, man. So I want to really tap into the city, all right? So earlier this year, Praise 365 radio founder Sean Scooda Thomas was a guest on our show. And since then, the St. Louis rapper and the radio personality has continued to bring gospel music and inspiration to his city, all right? Praise 365 Radio is available right now on the iHeartRadio app and Apple Music app. And for iPhone users, it couldn't be easier to find. You guys know that. Simply say to your phone, hey Siri, play Praise 365 Radio, okay? The platform is still accepting submissions from local gospel artists, and the station aims to spotlight deserving St. Louis business owners as well by giving them the opportunity to come on air and share their stories. For more information, visit iamscooter.digital, all right?
Yeah, I love what Scooda's doing. He's clearly not just a great communicator, but he seems like such a great guy, too.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. He's doing a lot of things in the city, too. Not only does he have his own podcast, but he was also on the Indigo Gospel live stream, actually. He was one of the guest co-hosts. So he did his thing, man. Shout out to Scooda.
Thank you for that update.
No problem, no problem.
All sounds good. Well, that will do it for today's show. I want to give a big thank you to our guest, Reuben Jones. And on behalf of the entire team, my name is Ben Province, and I'm asking you to show me the music.